So, a warm welcome to high income job aspirants. Today's session is going to be a guest speaker from the automotive industry, having Mr. Selvame Pazhani. So, a warm welcome to welcome you, sir.
Thank you, Sridhar, for inviting me to share my few experience and my knowledges. Thank you, Sridhar.
Yes, sir. I would like to start with a very brief introduction, and I request you to add following to that. Mr. Selvame Pazhani is automotive background experience working for multinational companies, especially on the auto component side. So he has worked for MRF, Apollo, Seat, and being working in those companies, he is spearheading the launches of all the multinational companies in India, starting from Ford, Hyundai, Daimler, Volkswagen, Maruti Suzuki, Honda. So he has seen almost all the car launches. So his expertise is on the program launch, starting from the scratch to the launch of the product, having the life cycle varies from 2 years to 3 years. So his expertise in manufacturing engineering, having the development side, closely working with engineers until the productionization, then sourcing, then supply chain management. So on top of having such a rich experience, he is passionate about supporting the young working professionals. He has been visiting the universities, colleges. Already he visited more than 15 universities and engineering colleges in last 2 to 3 years. And he is supporting with course name of Employee to Employable, College to Corporate. He has designed a course to help young working professionals and college graduates looking for aspiring job opportunities in the industry. And thank you so much, sir, for joining us. And we are going to have a lot of expertise, insights on the job skills and next 1 to 5 years going forward. Thank you very much. I request you to add anything you want to add in this introduction, sir.
Thank you, Sridhar, for this wonderful invitation and pitching me about me. Yeah, I can share about my few things which is not shared. I mean, I'm basically a project management professional. All along, I worked in the multiple companies, and I was fortunate to be as a greenfield man. That's one of my, I say luck. Most people don't have this luck of seeing the barren land to producing a lot of components. And second, apart from this, 25-year experience, it's not on only project management. I was fortunate to work for the due diligence, post acquisitions, then improving on the product, especially on improving the production capabilities of some companies. I was doing these assignments in Denmark, South Africa. Then I have to do for a lot of mold management and mold developments in India. Unfortunately, we had a know-how transfer from Germany. So if you see, I've got 7 or 8 expertise in this 25 years. Instead of telling the 25 into 1, I can say 5 or 6 experience in this 25 years, which has given me a blend of knowledge. Apart from that, licensing with Tamil Nadu government in getting a lot of approvals. That's one of the very key things which everybody normally don't use to get it. Of course, technical parts which you have told me, and I'm basically a mechanical engineer by my starting of the professions. I'm industrial engineering and a manufacturing engineering and a master's in computer application. That's about me. Yeah, thank you, Sridhar, for this.
Thank you. So this is going to be a very insightful discussion because I can very confidently say you are having more than 25 years of experience in automobile sector, auto component sector. I am having 15 years plus experience in automotive original equipment manufacturer, there's OE car manufacturers. So these two makes the very strong base going forward today. So I would like to start with about technologies. Right now, the young working professionals who are into design development, project management, manufacturing engineering, production, supply chain management, what are the technology upgradation or transformation happening in the auto component side based on your experience and exposure, sir? Can you please brief on this?
Yeah, well, no, when the people are today, everyone talk about IR4, okay, Industry 4.0. It's pretty simple that when people started with working from hand, more of mechanized. They were working only with hand. The skill, it's more of skill. Then later it became slight of automations on the Industry 2, Industry 3, and in Industry 4.0, basically the equipment talks with each other. It's the analytics and all the intelligence happening between one equipment and other equipment, and the human intervention is very low. So that's how the companies are today migrating from a physical control to an engineering control. More of engineering control is happening through this one. So in this perspective, the companies are moving towards more of automations. And of course, there is small manpower reduction will happen, but this calls for a very high precise and high reliable products to be given. And the customer expectations are keep on changing and it's keep on increasing. Okay. And the quality, some of the quality perspective, it's become a hygiene rather than a need based. So we have to deliver, which is also not defined. So to my perspective, the more digital initiatives is what happening across the globe.
Okay, sir. So Industry 4.0 coming to the production and the production lines, manufacturing machines. I had one exposure and experience on this, sir. So I happened to work in one plant, which is a very big machine, cost more than 20 crores in terms of assembling a complete heat exchanger to the furnace to the G line. So usual method of recording the machine runtime, downtime, maintenance time, all being recorded in HMI. We know human machine interface recorder, and manually they record, and that report goes to the plant manager, plant head. Analysis of downtime and root cause action plan is being taken. With the Industry 4.0, there is an app available. The moment the machine has a breakdown, the machine himself identifies with the artificial intelligence what sensor, which section, how it went wrong. Then it gives a feed to the people involved in that area, maintenance in charge, maintenance head, including the plant head. Then it also suggests a solution based on the previous record of downtime of similar pattern. So this is one small example I gave on the machine. Same thing happens for the people, working hours, the blue collars, even for the design and development, testing, validation phase. So it is a major transformation. I would say in India it just started. We are going to see in next 5 to 10 years complete upgradation of Industry 4.0 as well as upgradation of artificial intelligence in the Industry 4.0. So thank you very much, sir. So here, for our high-income job aspirants, I would like to give them insights of how this is going to impact or how it is going to change the skill set required to go and perform to grab these opportunities.
Yeah. So let us go to the time of pandemic. Okay. So we were all sitting in the home one time in 2020. And we were thinking that completely the pandemic devastated the physical working, and slowly we got migrated mentally that working virtually can able to give the equal output. On for the critical functions, we have to go to the facility, and especially on the teaching industry, it got a revolution. The teacher who can't use Zoom or they don't have mobile, and how they got transformed, they got themselves involved in it, and it has become very normal. The new normal became very normal now. Okay, this is happening when there was a pressure has been put on you, and within the short time people have changed it, and that has given a complete mindset for everyone that lot and lots can be done within short time, which is all the mindset. So in this things, what we have to do is some industry, unfortunately, like some hospitality industry got completely collapsed, or some rental industry got completely collapsed, and new industry got emerged on this. After this pandemic. So this is given a complete insights to everyone that some skills what we have at one point cannot be used at all, or it's not valid or it's not, it's not required by the world. If the world doesn't require and you acquire the skill very high, and you will not get paid. So ultimately, we are not only working for satisfaction. We need pay, to run the family, at least to have the breads. So this kind of the new skills is getting radically changed. The old skill is getting replaced, and the speed of getting replacements is pretty very fast. When I was doing my masters in computer application, I learned all this artificial intelligence, big data, ML, the cloud, all these things. We thought, okay, it will take another 30-40 years to get viable or to become practical. But in today's world, in everybody who, if you call a new person, there is no person who don't know about Industry 4.0. Everybody, even housewife, can also talk about artificial intelligence, machine learning, deep learning, cloud, big data, because of crypto. So the knowledge today, it is available in abundance. But how quickly you adopt that skill by getting this knowledge and convert that as a projects or use case, or that has to be return on investments. That is what the industry today is expecting. You may have gained the knowledge, you may have gained the skills doing it over and over a period of time, but at one point of time, this skill is not required at all. So this is going to be a big threat for the whole world, that in another 5-10 years, that the 21st century, or we can say new age digital skills is getting replaced with the old one. And if you are not able to change it quickly, you'll be not in the system. So the people who are all even 3-year or 5-year aspirants who are in the industries or in the software anywhere, they have to see that when the system is going to be redundant, this is going to be a longer one. I have to do an incremental learning. Whether I have to do a destructive, completely new, like SAP, I have to go and learn for some other thing, like Python, which is coming now. So they have to now think and find that which is going to be a redundant one, which I'm going to use it for a forward way, and which they have to acquire it. So then they have to start acquiring it, the skills. Wow. So once again, that even after completing the engineering education and working for 4 or 5 years, you are on zero level. So that we need to first understand that, am I on the right way? It happens accidentally also. It's a high paying income, suddenly become a zero paying income. So how we can able to adopt it? So that's what today the people want to be an agile people, agile or resilience. These two words are being taught and murmured every now and then. Is become, you have to come back, bounce back, in case you are going into that redundancy level. So keep learning. That's another thing I want to tell us. Even I used to admire by hearing the words of Indra Nui, because you should be a lifelong student. Okay? After finishing my engineering, I will not learn. After doing this one research in our masters, I will not learn. It's not like that. As long as you have taken this very hot rod of engineering, you have to be a lifelong student. So you have to keep on learning and improve your knowledge, improve your skills, and update and upgrade.
Yes, sir. Such a great insight. So to summarize 2 points in this, sir, the interesting points what I took up, why this change is happening, why this transformation is happening. You have given a beautiful answer of the life cycle of the products are coming down. So my experience with the Ford, I can tell you, the cars, once the new cars are launched, the new platform is launched, let us say Endeavor is launched. Okay. So usually 10 years back, they don't touch for minimum 3 years anything on the car. If at all they do a facelift, just upgrading the tail lamp, headlamp and grills, or adding a very small feature. Now, with recent past, even from 3 years, in 3 years to last 4 years, what's happening? In 3 years, they have to completely change the platform itself. The body styling, the body structure, the engine, the powertrain, and interiors. And facelift, what is the lead time? 1.5 years. 18 months after the launch of a vehicle. Before launch of the vehicle, they're gearing up for what is the facelift have to be done within 1.5 years. And before that facelift getting over, they're starting for the complete changeover of the car in 3 years. Now on top of it, IC engines are completely getting replaced with EV, hybrid, hydrogen cells, whatnot. So many things are coming in. So this is the expectation of the customer. Where it is all coming from? The customer. Let's say in US, he don't want 3 years looks to be higher, they are saying now. So to accommodate this customer requirement, to be in the race, to be in the business, so the companies has to change. To adapt all these, the aspirants, the job aspirants, the high income job aspirants definitely has to be very dynamic in this. But still, one thing I want to add here, sir. Still, if aspirants are very clear about what is happening in the market, what is to be required, because in engineering 4 years we do the education, we come to a job. In job, it's all most of the time on-job training. We don't go to college, or because what we do in college, 180-degree opposite what we do in the corporates or industry. Might be it is a very light lineage between the college and corporate. So with respect to that, here the on-job training, what is required is the right mindset, right motivation, what is the changes happening and where I am aspiring for. If this clarity is there, definitely companies, corporates having the right required environment, structure of training, even the multiple programs in the online YouTube, they can easily learn. So it is a great insight from you, sir. So this is how I want to conclude on this. And second, coming to the second insight from your side, like the aspirants having 0 to 5 years of experience, okay, what level of the self-development and self-learning courses they have to go through, technical as well as the soft skills. What do you look for on that, sir?
Yeah, well, let us take on, you are also a mechanical background, so we will also talk on mechanical background, or we can say switch on. Okay. So what is typically so far happening, and what requires? There is a gap between the academics and the industry. Okay. That's what I was running a program called as corporate to campus, employable, entrepreneurial. All this, all happening for the entry-level people who have to do an ice breaking. Okay. And second is, when this kind of ice breaking is happening, if they are joining the institutions, so they have to keep on change the skill sets. Okay. So what are the skill sets you have used to join the company is totally different, and the skill sets what you have to use it on later stage will be different. You cannot use the same strategy all along. Okay. And second is, there are some companies where the growth will be very stable, but it's where long term your benefits will be very high. So there if you see the increments will be very less, I can say, but the company has got good fundamentals. These fundamentals can give you breakthrough after 4 or 5 years. But whereas if you are joining the non-manufacturing like software, the initial increments will be very high, but after sometimes there can be some redundancy can happen. So you have to think on which domain you are going. Like if you are going to get a chance to work in R&D, okay. If there is even the growth is very less, or even you are not getting good pay also, doesn't matter. Okay. Even it is in starting level is 4 lakh or 5 lakh or even 7 lakh. That's pretty well. You be settled there and learn for at least the basement. Put the basement very strong. Learn it about the fundamentals of all the automotive sector, or talk about a car, and you learn it. And if you see your growth, maybe in another 7 to 10 years will be huge, phenomenal. But when you start rattling and comparing with somebody on the other company on different way, they get every 2 years some promotion, etc. But after a few years, what will happen? They'll get settled somewhere. So imagine that where you want to go. Somebody are working on a design field, they are also equally same. So you fix that. This is what I'm going to do, and you can do it. One. Second is some people I'm seeing is somebody work for 3-4 years, then they take for some management course. Then after that they go for a next level of hike. That is also I'm seeing a lot of people are joining. Some people work along with subordinates. They join the company, learned there. There's a fundamentals. They did some master course and they gone for hike. Third is you know what will happen in another 10-year time. You just put a roadmap that I would like to become CEO of a company. And it sounds quite funny. Now, how come I became a CEO of company in another 15 years? Because normally CEO is, what is a 50 plus, or that's what so far thinking. But in today's world, everything is possible. If you have an ambition that I have got a wish, or you got a vision that you want to become a CEO in 15-year time, it's possible. But you have to retrospect yourself and you have to determinedly work. Of course, you are on a very fast career path, but you may have to sacrifice something. It's not easy, because someone who has got in the normal pace, putting a lot of efforts, but you want to come in 15 years time, will not be, you have to sometimes work more than 10 hours or 12 hours. But you cannot complain that, no, I want to have a cakewalk and everything, but I want to get the creamy layer. Not possible. So I'm not telling you how to toil every day for 20 hours or 24 hours, that's secondary. But you should use some extra time, because you have to deliver what you want to deliver on the present position. You are also getting prepared for the next position, which we call it as a learning. So you are giving 8 hours of your time for the first deliverables, and you are spending another 2 hours for learning it, and you spend another 2 hours for practicing it. So this is what people will take it as a very positive way. You do your job, normally it's happening, it will happen. Upgrade yourself, implement and see. There can be small ups and downs. Ask for a multiple projects from your assignments or your boss, and do that. You prove it. Ultimately, you will be there on track. In 15 years, you can be CEO also. Who's going to prevent you? This is what I want to tell for career aspirants. Why you don't settle for lower level. Don't worry about it. I want some 7 lakh, 8 lakh. Sometimes you may get even 50 lakh also in 15-year time. So that should be your vision. You always see a top of the mountain, on the cliff. You have to be there. There are various stages and steps and miles are there. But always aim on top. Start moving, but don't stay on one and dreaming. That's another thing. You have seen, set your dream and vision, everything is fine, start moving. But it's happened only by improving, implementing. It's very important.
Wow, amazing. So the way you said, do your job, learn and practice. At least 2 hours of learning, and by practicing that along with your job. Amazing, mind-blowing. In my experience also, I can tell the same thing, sir. Anyway, the regular course of activity, if it is a design engineer, if it is a supply chain engineer, or the manufacturing engineer or a production line engineer, everyone will have on-job training when they join. Even when they change over the different company, when they move from zero starting experience first year to the 5 years of experience. But on top of doing that job on the training, what is upcoming technology, what is upcoming job opportunities in the same company or the different other company are much bigger than what they are working. If they dedicate some time, let's say 2 hours, and learn continuously, interacting with their supervisors or the leaders, and even now we have all the social media available, so that will hone their skills and they will be in the game. On top of it, have the vision of 5 years down the line, 10 years down the line, where you want to go, how you are going to achieve. This incremental learning, this incremental honing the skill will definitely take the person grows. It is also with me the same case. So thank you very much on that aspect, sir. So the third point, what I want to touch upon is, how do you see the salary structure or the income? Because this is one of the major query I can see. Is my salary is correct or not? Even in my colleagues, my juniors, my subordinates, so whatever they are. So I would like to, looking at the band, so 0 to 5 years, when they start a career in automobile, what is the highest salary possible to get it based on your experience? Can you give about your insights and exposure, 0 when they start, and going up the ladder 5 years, then 5 to 10 years of experience, and 10 to 15 years of experience?
So if you are talking about IT or it's for mechanical or which you get category?
It's automotive. Automotive, yeah.
So automobile engineering, what I say is it's based on the company you get placed. One. Second is on which college you're coming from, or you're from the IIT or some very niche college. Let us take the normal college, which you're talking about from any regional college. We are not talking about the metro colleges or from the state-based. To my view, an average engineers, automobile engineers can get from 5 to 7 on starting itself. And it goes the college from IIT or from the bigger colleges, they may minimum get 15 plus starting itself. If you are from that college, provided that you can able to crack the interviews I'm talking about all the college level or campus placements. So this is what I have seen. And recently I was being approached by 2 engineering colleges. So we are getting a good band of 80% of our engineers are getting placed, irrespective of it's an IT or non-IT, etc. But now we want to make in this 80% more pie that our engineers should get more than 10 to 15 lakhs. So the answer is very clear. So in India, there are available engineers, there are people are getting more than 10 to 15 lakhs even in this from the college. Okay. So it's a mixed opinion. We can say that even average India people mostly they'll get from 5 to 7 or 8 lakhs is the normal salary structure they're getting it. But if you are talking about some good colleges, they're even getting up to 15 lakhs for starting salaries. So how you are pitching yourself, and how you are getting qualifying yourself, how you position, how you sell yourself, how you persuade yourself, and that's the way you have been paid. And of course, every company looks on ROI return on investments. The return on investments will be very, if it is high, obviously why not they can pay you. So you be very confident that you always look for the why can't I get more than 10 lakhs salary, even the starting itself. And of course, for the career aspirants, also same. Normally, people who get settled to the normal one will get around 7 or 8 lakhs, and you can very shortly or quickly go to the 15 band. Because the competition till the band is pretty easy. Because 15 plus, the competition will be pretty high. You have to change a lot of strategy and
it is very impressive, how far our industry has come, or the way it has started. Because there are 2 category of people I see. As you said, okay, we leave about IITs, NITs, who's a cream college. There are cream companies coming and taking them, going for abroad and a lot of things. So when you look at the average stream of colleges, in the city level or tier 1 level colleges, as you said, the starting salary can start up to 5 lakhs. Within a year, it can go up to 7. Then 3 years, 4 years, it goes even 50% high, 100% high. What the opportunity and the technology has brought in. The technology is, transforming the way we use all the tools as well as the driving mechanism and the car design development, almost complete life cycle. And along with that, if you see the pay packages and the companies, startup companies, even the age-old top MNCs are paying such a high package. So I would say starting salaries from 5 lakhs it starts, and within 5 years they can go easily up to 15 lakhs. Then 10 years experience guys goes up to 30 lakhs. These all become a very common thing if they can persuade the skills and persuade the soft skills, technical skills, and just be with the game, be with the industry veterans, be connect with the leaders, and having that networking. So this gives a lot of strong message to the young working professionals and also the people who are looking for the high income jobs. When I say the other category, I have also seen the people struggle with 15,000, 20,000 monthly salary. They go for the post graduation. The only lacking aspect I see is Yes, initially if they don't get any other job, they have to do it. But within a span of 3 months to maximum 6 months, if they can decide, I want to hit this much of package, for that this is the skill required, this is the networking required, then it makes easy for them to approach and to achieve that. And the opportunities, the next point, sir. So the fourth one, what I want to touch upon is how far the opportunities are available today, and how do you see the market going forward from now to at least say 2 years, or I won't go 5 years, 10 years, having the the leapfrog changes of the technologies. In next 2 years to 3 years, what kind of job opportunities are available today and how far it is going? So please, your insights on this, sir.
Yeah, so automotive sector, it's getting diverse, or I can say, as you know, that EV is coming, hybrid is coming, hydrogen and various things are coming, and there is a small, shattering happening. But if you see on India's skill report, there are some little bit of grey concerns also there. The employability of engineers are getting low. I mean, it's still not 100%. As per the 2021 report, the employability of engineers are around 60%. If you are in the IT field, IT engineers, and for mechanical engineer, maybe somewhere around 40%. So there is a huge competition for this kind of engineers to fit in for the core industry. So that is the reason a lot of people are moving to the non-core industries like some service sectors, etc., and they get settled here and there, and they miss the boat also. So we need to be a little determined and start this exercise on the engineering immediately on second year or third year, because it's not easy to quickly change after completing the engineering, because you don't have the fundamentals. Of course, the fundamental engineering you have to learn, come with the decent marks, that completely without washout, you cannot come and tell that I completed engineering and still I want a good job. And second is, there are other skills which we talked about, is even somehow you cannot able to score very high, but do you have a very fundamental and strong communication with you, good persuasions, good presentation skills with you, which is going to add you more value, because you can be put on a sales and marketing as well, sir. And sort of an emotional IQ intelligence, or empathetically connecting with customers, and design thinking, problem solving technique. These are all the soft skills which is also required to be learned along with your hard skills. And if you take in one domain, normally people will come out with one domain, we'll say RPA, robotic process automations, and people say, I'm making a RPA, and you are making all the elements and links about robotics, and you should have an ability to learn about the codings. But that's not today the conditions of the case. One is you have to learn all the skills, work as a team, make a collaborative approach. You and an electronic engineer or a computer engineer, all three have to collaboratively develop this project. You can learn few of the codes, maybe editing codes, you may not even generate the codes. Another guy should know about mechanical assembling, etc. And an IT guy can enable it, and you can link it everything. So in today's world, you cannot be like, your eyes, horse eye guided with the plates. You cannot go on one line only. You have to go switch to multiple learning. We call it multi-skilling. So multi-domain discipline expertise is also required. You have to know about some codings, you have to know about the electrical connections, PLCs, the compatibility between the communications, and of course your own core domain of mechanical. So this is what I see, it's a small lag in today's engineers, because they are working on silos. They have to break the silos.
Okay. So how to break silos and moving up to the other domain and learning that exposure. So coming to these opportunities wide open, you are saying the skill gap and how far they have to open. I would see even today, the demand is very, very good. If you see even if you go for a dealer, book a car, the waiting period, the very famous models, the top models of any company, can be Hyundai or Suzuki or Honda, it is minimum 3 months, goes even up to 6 months. There is a shortage of semiconductor in the industry, which is a wide open thing. On top of it, the capacity utilization also is a hit the roof. All throttles are fully running today. auto components as well as OEM companies, what I see. So the equal to the openings are available. It is all about getting the right skill, getting the right person, networking with the right person can go and hold and grab. So today's situation, the opportunities are very much ample, very much available. Whoever looking for changing the job, with it can be 30% hike, 50% hike, or they want to change the complete domain, or they want to change the sector. So it is very much open and very, very high scale packages. Jobs are available from the starting to from the fresher till 5 years experience until 10 years, and I would say even till 15 years of experience. So looking at the industry purview from now to 2 years, 3 years, definitely the India is looking at the future growth, because having China struggled during this COVID times, all the MNCs start exiting slowly. There is a exit strategies taking place, and we can see in the newspapers how even the Apple want to manufacture the complete mobile phones. What they do in China, they want to move here. It is similar to even auto components. When I come to auto components, the exports, especially the casting, forging, all the mechanisms, all the machining side components, the Europe, US looking for India now. Slowly, the industry background, the export requirements are very, very much increasing, looking at 2 to 3 years span of time. Even all new technologies, all the new companies want to put out want to ensure they have a space in India, they have set up a facility, they have the people. So, and India is becoming the human capital of the world. Looking from today to next 5 years, I would confidently say that having the aging population, Europe, Japan, and the US don't want to do the hardcore manufacturing because all they're going for high technologies. So India is looked at the future human capitals, a lot of opportunities there coming up. It's only the skills and the soft skills and the character we have to build. Definitely you are in the right scope, I would say, sir. You are empowering the college students, going to the universities, and even with the young working professionals, if they all can catch hold of these opportunities, the ride of technology, they're having a big scope. And this is the all-time good, I would say, or the highest, I would say. So now I leave it to you to have a closing comments on this, sir.
Yeah, so it's India has got, as you told, a huge human capital, but the human capital and it's getting young and young. So that is the one of the backbone of India. But how to emotionally tap these people and bring in their skills, they bring in their impart our culture to them. And whereas when the world is looking at us and how we will able to completely resonate with them, it's going to be very important. So even it's not right to tell that this nurturing should happen from school level. Okay? It's not from college level, because the school level have to identify that are you really passionate to be an engineer first of all, rather than parents or somebody pushing them to be an engineer. If you are a very passionate engineer, and obviously they can start giving this kind of entrepreneurial skills or the employable skills, etc., from the age of 10 or something. So they start becoming themselves as a very research orientation. So even when the human capital, wherever China has got huge human capital, but if you see the international innovation index, China is on the very, I can say, top 5. I can say 3 or 2. Switzerland and Denmark are all the top countries. But whereas in India last year was on 80 plus, 86, and this time we have come to 46. But still, imagine that we say, China is the copycat, or they always copy others. But India is also, has got a huge human capital. Why we are not more on research? And one of the factors, government is not allocating fund, etc., as compared to other countries. But whereas we have got a lot of privatization here, but the college should go on a research mode rather than only on the academic mode. Second is, even the college should go one step ahead they have to go and follow the industry. The industry should go and follow the college, that they should have advanced research institutes where they can adopt these technology from there to there. So what will happen? Obviously, the person who innovated and found the technology will be acquired from that college to that country. So that is how the things will be moving. So that my final version is, there is huge potential available, and today's knowledge, or we can say the information available is abundance. Okay, that the information to be converted as a knowledge through your experience, and this kind of students to be mentored and coached by their faculty or some industry specialist on very gradual way, so that they don't face these problems, and this gap of industry and academics can be merged. There is always shout out happening that a college will say that only 30-40% people are not getting employed. Industry will say we won't have people even getting it. But yesterday I was attending a conference where in Tamil Nadu the IT minister is still telling. I was also in the impression that the unemployment was there, but people are not getting unemployed. Whereas after some time he found that the industry is going and asking them, this particular skills, this particular domain, this particular expertise, we want this with people, but there is no people. So there is always a gap on flip side. Industry and the academic should both merge this gap. On individual perspective, on career aspirants, so the career aspirant should have to work on very, continual way. Of course, you have to climb the mountain, reach the peak, but you have to go and settle on one position, deliver it, climb, settle on one position, deliver it. That's what I would tell.
Thank you. So much interesting. The last one which you gave, like a part of your yesterday conference attending and industrial minister stating, the vacancies are there, the skill set is not there. Amazing, mind blowing. Definitely, this is a serious aspect of today's discussion, I would say, and I am sure and highly confident the young working professionals, the high income job aspirants, whoever watching, definitely had got the bird eye view of what's happening now, what is going to happen, and how the overall skill set mapping and the packages and the growth, current opportunities are available. So mind blowing, I would say, even a lot of learning from you, sir, and having such an amazing veteran of industry. So thank you so much. I am grateful and honored to host you in this high income job aspirant session. Thank you very much. We look forward to connect again soon, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Sridhar, for I hope that the knowledge sharing, or like experience sharing, I don't say knowledge sharing, it's the experience sharing or the life, these things can impact somebody and somebody will get benefited from this. Thank you for this session.
Thank you, sir.